Let's talk about what it's like when you trust somebody, when you think you know somebody, and it turns out you don't know them at all. Normally, I don't really do any research prior to filming a video because I come up with the idea and then I just talk about my experience. What did I learn from my own experience? For this video, I did do a little light YouTube research. I just wanted to see what was out there. And the only thing I really found was like how to know when someone's toxic, how to deal with toxic family members, how to know when you need to cut somebody out of your life that's toxic, those kinds of videos. What I didn't find was a video that just acknowledged all the feelings that I'm currently feeling, knowing that it's normal, knowing that other people go through it, because I know other people go through this. I cannot possibly be the only person that has ever been disappointed by someone that I thought I knew and trusted. So here we go. So in my situation, I have known this person for over a decade. I have trusted this person. I've learned a lot from this person. I thought I knew this person. She was someone I looked up to. She was someone I respected. She was someone I thought was in my corner, and I was very grateful to have her in my corner. But the last few years, I started noticing some things that didn't add up, and things that just made me feel like I didn't really know her anymore. It was kind of little things where I don't want to say it didn't affect me per se. Like, it definitely affected how I perceived her, how I viewed her after learning some of her tendencies. But I didn't feel like it really directly affected me. And they were all kind of just like, at most, I got annoyed. But it didn't really affect my livelihood. It didn't affect my mental health or my emotional health. Okay. But within this past year, oh my God, when they say people will show you their true colors eventually, I don't even understand how she kept all of this hidden. Like, how did you go so long, over 10 years, like hiding this side of yourself? How? What a handsome boy. You want to be in the video? He wants me to hurry up and finish this video so he can get brushed and get his treats. I definitely think the most overwhelming feeling that I have been experiencing through this revelation, if you will, is just disappointment. I have just I just feel so let down. I feel like I never knew her. I feel like the person I knew for the past 10 years was a lie. I feel like I was manipulated. I feel like who was that person that I thought I knew? I feel sad. And I'm just in this state of like disbelief that this is my life, that this is what the relationship has coming to, and it just all feels like a lie. And I feel like I've been disappointed in people before. I feel like I've been disappointed in some relationships before where I thought I knew somebody, but I didn't. And so I don't know if I just feel so I don't know if it just feels worse this time because of the length of time that this facade has been going on for 10 years, over 10 years actually. Is it more disappointing because I am more directly affected by the situation I'm in? Is it more disappointing because like I haven't really figured out why it feels like such a strong betrayal, why it feels so much more immense this time. Because yeah, in the past, it's like, oh, this person's not who I thought he was. And it's just kind of like, it was easy to get over. I suppose it's fair to say my situation, I'm not going to go into details, but my situation is probably a key component as to why it feels that much worse, why it feels this much I'm just mind boggled. Frankly, I feel like I should be a licensed therapist based off of what I've gone through, based off what I've witnessed, based on what I've connected. I've connected the dots. Because I've been trying to wrap my head around, why did she do XYZ? What was her thought process for this decision? What was her thought process for this action? And I can literally piece together all the typical things they say, daddy issues, mommy issues. You feel, being the black sheep of the family, seeking approval, seeking validation from people, and wanting to be liked. Like all those, all the things you hear about, all the things you would probably talk about in therapy. Like I've pinpointed every one of those things. I have connected the dots as to like what it probably is in her situation. And it's just like, how? How is it that this is your potential line of thinking? How is it that at your age you think that this is an acceptable behavior? How is it that you think it's okay to treat people this way? And another thing that really has been bothering me is I know this whole situation I've been in, it has not brought out the good side of me. It has been bringing out an ugly, ugly side of me, and I'm not proud of it. And I don't want to be that way. I fully admit, I fully admit, and I have admitted to people around me also dealing with this situation, like, I've been ugly. This is not how I want to be. This is not what I'm normally like. And I don't like the person I've been lately. And I recognize that. I keep catching myself when I'm in the moment and I'm being ugly, and I'm just like, you need to stop. But this person has just, the disappointment from this person has just been constant. And no, I'm not in a position to remove myself or remove that person from my life. I mean, I could, but that's what makes this situation so difficult, is that I could end it all, but there will be a chain of events, of consequences, and it affects other people, and it won't be a clean break. It'll just be a chain of events of just mess, just tons and tons of mess. And I don't know what to do. I could take the selfish route and just say, peace out, and just let the people deal with it that are having to deal with the consequence of me peacing out. I could stick it out and just be so mentally and emotionally exhausted, but at least I know everyone else is equally emotionally and mentally exhausted and understand where I'm coming from and understand what I'm going through. Yay. Is that camaraderie, or are we all just being stupid and suffering together? I really don't know what to do, but I did my little Googling, my light YouTube searching, and all the videos were just like, you need to cut people off. When do you place boundaries? How to place boundaries, how to react to them, how to treat them, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, none of those things fit my situation for where I am right now. And I really think I just wanted a sense of understanding, of someone who is also going through this, has gone through this, has also been in a situation where they're stuck. They can't exactly have a resolution at that moment. Like, I know I'm going to have a resolution eventually. I know it's coming. I know I got a plan, but it's not that time yet. And I really just wanted a sense of understanding, that someone else understood, because isn't that what YouTube videos are for? I mean, not all of them, obviously, but like when people share their experiences, isn't that what it's for? Like I made that friendship video and people are relating, sadly. And yeah, this isn't exactly a happy moment, a happy emotion or anything like that, where I want someone to know what I'm going through, because that means all these negative feelings. But at the same time, But at the same time, it gives a sense of like, I'm understood. I'm not alone. And that's just what I was searching for. And that's not what I was finding. So maybe if you watch this, so maybe if someone else is in my situation experiencing these feelings, I hope you find this video and I hope you feel seen and like you're not crazy and like you're not being ridiculous or expecting too much, because I was going through moments where I was like, am I expecting too much of this person? Are my expectations too high? Am I the unreasonable one? But logic tells me I'm not being unreasonable. The fact that everyone else involved in this situation dealing with this, they're they understand. They're not having super high expectations. Therefore, it's not me. I'm not the crazy one. I have had moments where I felt like I was the crazy one, like it must be me. I must be the one doing something wrong. I'm not understanding something. I'm not in my elements. So what am I doing wrong? Am I not understanding the lingo? Is it because of my lack of experience? Is it because I'm expecting too much? But I don't think that's it. I really don't think it's me. And I know ultimately time does not mean anything when it comes to a person's true character. You know, I know that the longer you know a person doesn't actually mean you know that person, because you could know a person for a short amount of time and know whether or not they're a good or a bad person. And just because you've known somebody for years and years and years, for decades, and you haven't had a problem with them, or you thought some good things about them, it doesn't necessarily mean that they were a good person. Like, I know that. But that's what makes it so disappointing, because, after a certain amount of time, it's kind of like, oh, it's been over a decade. I know this person. I know what this person's like. I know this storm will pass. That sounds so cheesy, but like, I know all of this is going to pass. I know it's going to get better eventually, because I have a plan and I think it will work out in the end. Maybe not for that person, but for me, I know I will be happier. But it's just that I'm still months away from that moment. And I'm just trying to emotionally and mentally survive.